I often use the phrase, your true nature. So in this video, I thought I would point to what the meaning of that phrase is. When I say your true nature, I'm not trying to give you any sort of definition. I'm not suggesting you equate it with another term, another definition like consciousness or being or I. Those are all still conceptual at this level. So it's pointing beyond concepts primarily, pointing beyond any belief structures, pointing beyond any memory you have of who you are, where you came from, how you learned to be a person, what it means to be a person, what it means to inhabit a body or a mind. This phrase points past all of that, because all of that is found in thought. So once we've moved beyond thought, once we've traversed the conceptual, and we've set aside the possibility that we're going to find our true identity in concepts, beliefs, understandings, memorizations, even spiritual concepts, then we find ourselves in a sort of different experience. This experience is immediate. This experience is undefined, unconditioned. Often the next thing that becomes obvious to us is sensations, the body sensations, the feelings in the hands and feet, in the head and chest. And if we tune into those sensations, or we just let those sensations become the most prominent aspect of our experience right now, then we start to notice the quality of the sensations on their own terms, meaning we're not jumping back into the mind to define them, even their location, like hand, foot, head. We're just regarding their nature directly. We're taking interest in the nature of these sensations. And if we do this, we'll often notice that they don't have labels, that there's no sticky note stuck to that actual sensation saying, this is a hand, or this is a foot, or this is warm or cool, heavy or light, relaxed or tight. Those are all thoughts. We have to rebound our attention into the mind to add any of those labels. So if you can see this, you'll notice that the sensations are primary, immediate, they come first. And again, when we notice this, we can just give ourselves over to that. Give our will over to the sensation, which is a very subtle but unmistakable sort of impersonal will. It has its own way of moving. It seems to have a natural flexibility, morphability. It's sort of fluctuant. Doesn't seem to be inside or outside of any body walls, because even body walls are thoughts. So we can drop into that. Let it be what we're experiencing, what we're interested in. Let it be the whole of what we're interested in right now, the sensation field. And when we're able to do that, we might notice that the phrase or the term true nature isn't exactly found here, right? Because true and false are of the mind, those are thoughts. But in the sensations, there's just that. Is it true? Is it false? They're both thoughts. It's just what it is. It's just that. Is it mine? My nature? My true nature? Well, again, mine is a thought. We reflect on memories, beliefs about ourselves, tendencies we might have based on our memories. But this sensation doesn't seem to belong to anyone specific. It's just here. Doesn't seem to have an owner. Doesn't seem contingent upon any belief. It's just immediately available now. It's not in the past. It's not in the future. Only now. Indeed, it's not even here or there. unless we think about here or there and what they mean, unless we think about self or environment, which are thoughts. So it's free of any category of thought, including time and space, this sensation. And as we're led into this intimate encounter, we might notice the sensation and the sound are also not separate experientially until we think about it, until we add the wedge of thought in there to say that's sound and this is sensation. If we don't do that and we just let the experience be what it is on its own terms, it's something like sound sensation. It's just a cloud of experience. And again, those labels are just pointers. You don't need to add the labels to experience, just notice the experience. You might also notice it includes the visual experience as well. The forms in front of your eyes, the shapes, colors. All of those without labels, without distance, without any specific structure. You may also notice there's not really solidity without thought. And without that thought of solidity, even the visual field is not apart from the auditory field and from the sensation field of the body. Again, those are all labels and pointers. But when the flow of sense stands on its own and we don't try to paste unnecessary labels onto it, then it's just what it is, just where it is. We're not concerned with nature here, true, false, mine, yours. Those were just pointers to arrive where we've never left. Notice how this could never not be here. It is just the case all the time, in all spaces, places, pasts, and futures. Because all of those are thoughts. This is reality, unfiltered. But again, no need for labels. A doubt is a thought here. But a doubt doesn't change this experience field at all. That doubt is something like a cloud, forming and disforming. And yet the eminent, obvious, indescribable nature of experience, the fields of experience emerging as one flavor, are undeniable. When you taste that, just stay there. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing more to do. As you move into the next moment or the next event or activity, the mind might tell a story about how this isn't there anymore. But notice, this doesn't go anywhere. The thoughts do come and go. The descriptions come and go. The labels come and go. But this doesn't come and go. This is what I'm pointing to when I say your true nature. The paradox is once it's realized, even the label true nature makes no sense anymore.